Thank you for choosing Wisdom of the Dharma. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new update. Your support helps us keep sharing powerful, life-changing wisdom with the world. And don't forget to drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's grow and learn together. Part 1. The hidden weapon in your home, a plant that protects or destroys? Have you ever walked into a home that felt off? Not messy, not broken, just slightly uneasy, like the air itself was holding its breath. Now picture this, a beautiful, minimalist home filled with warm light, clean lines, and a peaceful ambience. Everything seems perfect. But something's not quite right. The family who lives there keeps arguing over small things. Their finances are up and down. Sleep is restless. The energy just doesn't feel aligned. All of this began, believe it or not, when they brought in a new plant. It sounds strange at first. How could a simple houseplant create chaos? But in the world of energy, of Feng Shui and Buddhist understanding, nothing in your space is ever truly neutral. Everything holds a vibration. Everything speaks. Today we're talking about one plant in particular. It's bold, elegant, and quietly powerful. You've probably seen it in modern homes, spiritual spaces, and office corners. Tall, sword-like leaves that reach straight up. Always standing guard. The snake plant. Also known as mother-in-law's tongue, this plant is often celebrated for its air-purifying abilities and its symbolism of strength. But like all powerful tools, it comes with responsibility. When used with intention, it protects. It uplifts. It brings clarity and focus. But when placed carelessly, without respect for the energy of your home, it can do the opposite, disrupt harmony, stir conflict, and even block the flow of wealth and peace. This isn't superstition. It's spiritual architecture. Because your home is not just a structure, it's a living mirror of your inner world. And what you place within it reflects what you are inviting into your life. In Buddhist philosophy, we are taught that everything is interdependent. The placement of a single object, infused with intention or neglect, can ripple through the energy of your entire home. It can open doors, or quietly close them. So before you place that beautiful snake plant near your bed, in your kitchen, or by your front door, pause. Because placement matters. Energy listens. In today's journey, we'll explore not only where not to place this powerful plant, but also where it thrives best. We'll walk through the silent rules of Feng Shui. We'll uncover real stories of people who unknowingly blocked their fortune, and how they turned it around. And together, we'll understand how to transform your home into a vessel for clarity, prosperity, and spiritual alignment. Let's begin by asking the simplest, and most overlooked, question. Is the energy in your home working for you, or against you? Stay with us. What you learn today might just shift the energy of your entire life. Part 2. The Dharma of Objects, why every item in your home is karma. In Buddhism, there's a beautiful truth that runs deeper than most people realize. Nothing is truly lifeless. Everything, yes, even your furniture, your plants, your shoes, carries energy. And more importantly, everything carries karma. You may think karma only applies to people, actions, or thoughts. But look closer. In the teachings of the Buddha, karma is not about reward or punishment. It's simply the natural result of causes and conditions. It's the echo of energy, subtle, constant, inescapable. And that energy shows up not just in our choices, but in the spaces we create around us. Walk through your home. That old chair in the corner you never sit in? It carries stillness, yes, but also neglect. The dusty painting with colors you've grown tired of? It vibrates with emotional disconnection. And that plant in the entryway? Its placement may be welcoming, or unknowingly pushing good energy away. This is the Dharma of Objects. Nothing you own is neutral. Every item has an energetic fingerprint. It holds stories, memories, and vibrations from the moment it enters your home. It reflects your intentions, or your lack of them. In many Buddhist monasteries, there is a quiet discipline around how objects are placed. A broom is never thrown aside, it is set down gently. A cushion is fluffed with awareness. Even a teacup is washed with mindfulness, not because the object demands it, but because how we treat the object reveals the quality of our mind. Now imagine this discipline brought into your home. When you place a powerful object like the snake plant without understanding its energetic signature, you're essentially setting down a blade in the dark. It may cut away negativity, or it may slice into your harmony. You see, the snake plant isn't just decorative. It's directional. It carries what Feng Shui masters call strong yang energy, upright, sharp, assertive. This can be deeply supportive in the right context, like a workspace or near an entrance. But in other places, it can create imbalance, overstimulation, or subtle disconnection. This is why placement is not decoration. It's a spiritual practice. When your space aligns with intention, peace becomes effortless. When it clashes, even beautiful objects can feel heavy. Have you ever felt restless in your own home and couldn't quite explain why? That's not random. That's energetic misalignment, and it often begins with things we overlook. So as we explore where not to place the snake plant, and why, keep this in mind. It's not about fear. It's about awareness. And when you become aware, you become free. Let's continue by looking at the first placement mistake, a spot many people choose out of love, but that can quietly erode peace from the center of your life. Part 3, Misplaced Intentions, when good energy turns against you. Intentions are powerful, but intention alone is not enough. Many people bring a snake plant into their home with the best of hopes. They want protection, beauty, health. And on the surface, the plant seems to deliver just that. It's low maintenance, sculptural, and often recommended in wellness blogs and minimalist design magazines. But even the most well-meaning energy can go wrong, if it's misplaced. Let me tell you a story. Rachel, a spiritual coach and mother of two, had recently moved into a peaceful 2-story home outside Santa Fe. Wanting to cleanse the space and set a grounding tone, she placed a large snake plant right at the heart of her living room, directly in the center of the home. She even added crystals around it and whispered affirmations every morning. But within a few weeks, something felt off. Her children, once calm, were constantly bickering. Her partner, normally supportive, became irritable and withdrawn. Rachel herself felt drained, unfocused. Her meditation practice, which had always felt like a sanctuary, now felt like a struggle. She couldn't understand what was wrong, until a visiting friend, trained in traditional Feng Shui, gently pointed to the placement of the snake plant. "You've put a sword in the heart of your home," she said softly. "And now it's dividing, not protecting." Rachel had no idea that the center of the home, called the Tai Chi point in Feng Shui, was a zone that required balance and softness. She had placed a plant of strong, assertive energy into a space that needed neutrality and flow. Her good intention had unintentionally invited tension. This isn't an isolated story. James, a young entrepreneur in Los Angeles, kept a snake plant on the kitchen counter, right next to the stove. He'd read that it absorbed toxins and believed it would promote health. But soon, dinner conversations turned into arguments. Bills piled up. He felt like money was leaking from his life, no matter how hard he worked. Once again, the issue wasn't the plant, it was the placement. The kitchen is a fire-based space already rich in dynamic energy. Adding a strong, upright yang plant like the snake plant without balance can ignite emotional friction and financial imbalance. These stories are reminders. Energy is not passive. Objects in your home amplify the state of your inner world, or distort it. You can't treat energy like decor. You must treat it like Dharma. With mindfulness. With humility. With curiosity. When you place something powerful in your space, you're making a declaration, even if you don't realize it. So the question is, are you declaring peace, or are you unknowingly planting conflict? Let's begin with the very heart of your home. Part 4. The 5 worst places for a snake plant. When sacred energy gets interrupted. In the world of energy, placement is everything. You can bring the most powerful object into your home, but if it's placed in the wrong corner, it won't just sit there quietly. It will begin to affect the current of your life. Feng Shui and Buddhist thought both remind us, every space has its own purpose, its own breath. Just as the heart must beat steadily, the kitchen must nourish, and the bedroom must restore. But what happens when a strong, protective plant like the snake plant, which radiates sharp, yang energy, is introduced into the wrong area? The intention may be pure. The effect, however, can be disruptive. Without even realizing it, you may be planting imbalance, confusion, or energetic tension. Let's look at 5 specific places where the snake plant, despite its beauty and power, should never be placed, unless you're ready to face the spiritual consequences. 4.1. The center of the home, cutting through harmony. Imagine placing a sword in the center of a circle. That's what happens when you place a snake plant at the heart of your home. In Feng Shui, the center is known as the Tai Chi point, the energetic core that feeds balance to all other areas. It's meant to be open, neutral, and calm. The snake plant, with its spear-like leaves and bold presence, introduces force into a space that calls for stillness. People often report family conflict, emotional restlessness, or even unexplained health and money issues when a strong yang object like this dominates the center. The plant isn't bad, but its energy is simply too aggressive for this delicate zone. In Buddhist terms, it's like inserting craving into the middle of mindfulness. You lose your center. You lose your balance. If peace is your goal, the center must remain a sanctuary of neutrality, not a battleground of energies. 4.2. The kitchen, fire meets blade. Your kitchen is not just a place where food is cooked, it's where abundance is nourished and shared. It carries the sacred fire of transformation, raw ingredients turned into sustenance, routine turned into ritual. But when you add the sharp, cutting energy of a snake plant into this mix, it can lead to a clash. Kitchens already hold dynamic forces, heat, metal, water, and constant activity. The assertive energy of the snake plant can overstimulate this environment, turning warmth into irritation, grounding into stress. Many people notice sudden arguments around mealtime, difficulty digesting, not just food, but emotions, and even a rise in money-related anxiety. Placing a guardian plant in the kitchen may seem helpful, but in reality, it often stirs the pot too much. To maintain harmony in the heart of nourishment, let the kitchen breathe without interference from forceful energy. 4.3. The bedroom, the sanctuary interrupted. Your bedroom is your cave. Your temple of quiet. It's where the body rests, the spirit unwinds, and intimacy is nurtured. Yin energy should dominate here, soft, slow, gentle, healing. The snake plant, on the other hand, is all yang. It stands tall, alert, directional. This energy, while protective, is too active for a space designed for surrender. Many who keep a snake plant near their bed report poor sleep, vivid or disturbing dreams, emotional heaviness, and even tension in their relationships. It's like trying to meditate with a spotlight in your face. Even when you're asleep, your energy is responding to what surrounds you. If your plant is upright and on guard, your subconscious may never fully rest. In Buddhist practice, rest is sacred. Disturbing that peace, even with something seemingly healthy, can carry energetic consequences that ripple through your daily life. 4.4. The Wealth Corner, the Knife in the Treasure Chest. The southeast corner of your home governs wealth, abundance, and long-term financial flow. It's an area that thrives on soft, nourishing energy, like a stream gently feeding a fertile field. Placing a snake plant here is like dropping a knife into the water. It disrupts the flow. It cuts into the very vibration you're trying to support. While the snake plant is known for air purification, its pointed leaves and sharp posture are counterproductive in a zone that requires grace and harmony. This can result in financial friction, money slipping away, investment stalling, or unexpected expenses rising. In energy terms, the plant's energy is pushing rather than receiving. Instead of planting prosperity, you may be scattering it. Want abundance? Choose round-leafed plants here, like jade or money trees, symbols of steady, gentle growth. 4.5. The Staircase, Piercing the Flow of Qi. Staircases in Feng Shui are considered channels, arteries through which energy moves between the different levels of your life. They are delicate passageways where upward or downward energy needs balance, not interference. When you place a snake plant beside or at the top of a staircase, especially near the front door or central space, it's like inserting a spear into a flowing stream. This disrupts not just movement, but emotional equilibrium. People in such homes often report feeling tense for no reason, experiencing sudden expenses, or sensing a heaviness when moving through the house. The staircase becomes more than a physical path. It becomes a place where energy gets blocked or drained. And when the plant is too sharp, too aggressive, it pushes that energy away instead of anchoring it. If you must decorate a staircase, use flowing plants or soft lighting, not something that commands or cuts. Part 5. Best places to place the snake plant for maximum prosperity. When the sword becomes a shield. Powerful energy, when misused, causes harm. But when guided with wisdom, it becomes transformative. The snake plant is no different. Its upright leaves, bold structure, and protective aura are not meant to be feared, but to be respected. When placed with mindfulness, this plant becomes a quiet guardian, a purifier of space, and even a beacon for clarity and abundance. Let's now explore 5 ideal placements where the snake plant's strong yang energy can uplift, rather than disturb, turning your home into a sanctuary of flow, focus, and fortune. 5.1. Front door, guardians at the gate. In Feng Shui, the entrance is called the mouth of Qi, the place where energy enters your life. It's where first impressions are made, and where the outside world either flows in or is filtered. Placing a snake plant near your front door is like assigning a quiet guardian to your home. It absorbs chaotic energy before it enters, especially helpful if your door faces a busy street or active hallway. The upright leaves signal protection and alertness. Place one on each side of the door for balance, or on the inside corner facing outward. Just make sure it has space, light, and isn't blocking movement. When positioned well, the snake plant doesn't repel opportunity, it sifts through it, allowing only the energy that aligns with your peace to enter. A calm doorway leads to a calm life. 5.2. Office or study, focus and mental clarity. If your mind feels scattered, your workspace may be energetically cluttered. The snake plant excels in spaces that require sharp focus, strong direction, and mental clarity, making it perfect for your office or study. Its upright form mirrors the posture of meditation and determination, gently supporting you during long hours of thought or creative work. Unlike soft plants that encourage rest, the snake plant energizes. Place it on the floor beside your desk, or in a back corner where it can watch over your concentration. In Buddhist terms, this is a form of right effort, supporting wholesome activity by clearing away distractions. You may find yourself procrastinating less and feeling more purposeful. It's not just decor, it's energetic discipline, embodied in green. 5.3 Meditation Space, Stillness with Strength. Many people decorate their meditation space with candles and soft symbols of peace. But if you want subtle power, quiet, grounded, unwavering, the snake plant is an unexpected ally. It's strong, but silent. Energetically stable, yet non-intrusive. Placing it in your meditation corner, especially on the floor nearby or in a back corner of the space, brings a gentle sense of spiritual anchoring. In Buddhist symbolism, the sword often represents wisdom, cutting through illusion. That's what this plant evokes. Its presence reminds you to sit upright, stay present, and cut through mental fog. It holds the space for deep inner work without demanding attention. Let it stand like a monk beside you, calm, alert, committed. 5.4 Near a window or balcony, light and vitality. Light is energy. In Feng Shui, windows and balconies serve as spiritual lungs for the home, places where energy breathes in and out. A snake plant placed near a window, especially one facing east or southeast, receives soft sunlight and in return offers clarity, purification, and growth. This positioning taps into the natural rhythm of the sun, welcoming new beginnings and fresh energy into your space each day. It also prevents the plant from becoming stagnant, which can happen in dark corners. Think of this as energetic photosynthesis. Light comes in, and the plant transforms it into a field of positive qi. Just avoid placing it where harsh midday sun scorches its leaves. Gentle light equals gentle power, and this balance fuels not only the plant, but your prosperity. 5.5 Corridors and hallways, flow and protection. Hallways often get overlooked in energy work, but they're vital. They guide qi through your home, connecting one room to another like veins in a body. These spaces can either feel rushed and chaotic, or open and purposeful. Placing a snake plant in a wide corridor or at the end of a hallway helps anchor the flow. It acts like a gatekeeper, calming and directing movement, especially in spaces where energy feels scattered. In larger homes, placing one in a corner of the hallway breaks up harsh lines and adds a sense of grounded stillness. Think of it as placing a calm observer in a high-traffic space. You're not blocking energy, you're shaping it, gently. In Buddhist terms, it's like placing mindfulness between moments of transition. It helps turn movement into awareness. Part 6. The Buddhist Way to Care for Your Plant. In the rush of daily life, it's easy to treat your snake plant like any other object, something to water when you remember, something to decorate an empty corner. But in Buddhist practice, every action holds karmic weight. Even the smallest gesture, done with mindfulness, can become a path to awakening. Caring for your snake plant isn't just about soil and sunlight. It's about consciousness. It's about your relationship with energy, and how you choose to engage with the life forms that quietly support you. The Buddha often spoke about right effort, not just the work you do, but the energy behind it. So when you water your plant, do it with presence. Feel the coolness of the water, observe the texture of the soil, notice the breath moving through your body. Let it be a small act of offering, not maintenance. A few moments of true attention are worth more than hours of mindless activity. And don't forget, plants, too, suffer when neglected. Their energy becomes heavy, stuck. A dusty, forgotten snake plant doesn't just lose beauty, it begins to mirror energetic stagnation. It holds on to the tension of the space. Like any living thing, it needs light, care, and spiritual renewal. When its leaves begin to yellow or its soil becomes dry and lifeless, that's not just a horticultural issue, it's a message. Something in your space is stuck. Something in your life may be, too. Repotting your plant, trimming away withered leaves, clearing dust from around its base, these are not chores. They are acts of energetic purification. When done with intention, they say, I am clearing space for growth. I am removing what no longer serves. Just as we let go of habits, thoughts, or relationships that hold us back, we prune our plants to allow for regeneration. Some practitioners whisper mantras when tending to their plants. Others speak blessings into the water. You don't have to follow a specific ritual. But what matters is presence. Gratitude. Awareness. A simple phrase like may you thrive, and may I grow with you turns the act into sacred exchange. In essence, your plant becomes a mirror. If it thrives, you likely are, too. If it wilts, pause and ask, where else in my life have I forgotten to nourish? Through Buddhist eyes, the snake plant is not just a home accessory. It is a teacher. A silent one, yes, but patient, constant, always reflecting back the karma of your space. So care for it well. And in doing so, care for yourself. Part 7, True Stories, When the Snake Plant Changed Everything. Sometimes, it's not a big change that shifts our destiny, but a quiet one. A simple object. A new awareness. A plant moved from one place to another. These stories are real. They're not miracles. They're moments of clarity, sparked by intention, and by the wisdom of space. Story 1. Linda, the stressed out artist. Linda was a textile artist living alone in a small apartment in Portland. Her space was beautiful, filled with color, handmade fabrics, and gentle lighting. But for months, she couldn't shake a creative block. Her sleep was restless. Her dreams were vivid and draining. She began to dread going to bed, even though her bedroom was her favorite room. One afternoon, while cleaning, she realized her snake plant sat right next to her bed, tall, strong, and directly facing her pillow. It had been there for almost a year. Remembering something she'd heard in a Feng Shui podcast, she decided to move it to her hallway, just outside the studio where she did her creative work. Within a week, things began to shift. She was sleeping deeper. Her thoughts became clearer. And slowly, her creative flow returned. Linda didn't change her life. She changed the energy. And the plant, once misplaced, became her silent assistant, standing guard outside the room where her ideas came alive. Story 2. Marcus, the burned-out startup founder. Marcus was the CEO of a wellness tech startup in Austin. His apartment was sleek and modern, filled with plants, especially snake plants. He believed in clean air, clean design, and high performance. But despite his focus on optimization, something was always off at home. Financial hiccups, team conflict, emotional distance in his relationship. He couldn't understand why his business life felt blocked, no matter how hard he worked. One evening, during a virtual consultation with a Feng Shui practitioner, it became clear. Marcus had placed his largest snake plant, nearly 4 feet tall, right in the southeast corner of his living room. The wealth and prosperity corner. A zone that, in his case, needed softness, not force. He replaced it with a jade plant and moved the snake plant to his office corner near the window. Within 2 months, he received a major investment deal that had stalled for months. His sleep improved. His team's energy stabilized. Marcus didn't believe in luck. But now, he believes in energy, and in the silent language of space. These aren't magic stories. They're Dharma stories. When you treat your home like a temple, the energy responds. Sometimes all it takes is one shift, and a little awareness, to open the door to clarity, harmony, and quiet transformation. Part 8, Final Reflections. The plant is you. There's a quiet truth that lives at the heart of every spiritual tradition. What you care for reflects you. In Buddhism, this is not metaphor, it's Dharma. The inner and outer are never separate. The space around you is not just a background to your life. It is an extension of your energy, your mind, your karma and motion. And so, the snake plant becomes more than a plant. It becomes a mirror. Where you place it, how you tend to it, whether it's thriving or slowly withering. All of that speaks volumes about your inner world, about what you're holding on to, about what you're ready to release. If you place it in the wrong spot, its energy will clash with the space, not out of malice, but as a reflection of misalignment. And if you neglect it, it will slowly fade, not because it's weak, but because it's absorbing too much that was never meant to be there. But when you care for it with mindfulness, when you choose its place with clarity, it becomes a guardian, a protector, a quiet ally on your spiritual path. And maybe, just maybe, the way you treat that one small plant is the way you treat yourself. Do you give yourself room to breathe? Do you notice when parts of you are withering, craving renewal? Do you sit with your own energy in stillness, or only act when something breaks? This isn't just about Feng Shui. It's about the sacred relationship between your outer space and your inner state. It's about remembering that energy doesn't lie. That peace isn't something you find, it's something you create, one choice at a time. You see, every placement is a prayer. Every object in your home is a messenger. And every time you move something with awareness, you move something inside of you, too. The snake plant is a symbol of strength. But like strength itself, it must be softened with wisdom, directed with intention, rooted in awareness. Because power without mindfulness becomes pressure, and protection without harmony becomes tension. But when you bring them together, with space, care, and presence, you create something rare, a home that heals, a space that speaks, a life that grows. So the next time you look at your plant, pause for a moment. Look beyond the leaves. Ask not just where it is, but how it feels. And listen to what it might be reflecting back to you. Because in the end, the plant is not just in your home. The plant is you. Thank you for walking this path with us today. If this video brought you clarity, peace, or even a small shift in how you see your home, please consider supporting this journey. Like the video, subscribe to Wisdom of the Dharma, and turn on notifications so you never miss an opportunity to realign your space and your spirit. And now, we invite you to join the conversation. In the comments below, share a personal affirmation you're bringing into your space. It could be something as simple as, "I create peace where I stand," or "My home reflects the harmony in my heart," or, if you've had a moment where changing one object in your home shifted everything, we'd love to hear your story. This is a space of reflection, not perfection. Together, we're building a mindful community, one room, one breath, one blessing at a time. Until next time, may your space be soft, your energy be clear, and your life continue to bloom.